Okay. Hello and good morning, Miss. So, our topic of discussion today is about Malaysian household income and their expenditure in our Malaysia context. I'm Muhammad FAKHRUDDIN and he is my partner, Muhammad Daniel Hakim bin ZAINI. Our firm good night for these presentations. So let's move on to the next slide. We'll cover introduction parts. For your knowledge, in 2016, the Malaysian government at the time introduced the socio-economic certifications to ease the government to monitor, evaluate, and measure the targeted household income groups, especially providing government government assistance, fuel subsidies, basic need subsidies, scholarships, and many more. Our facts of today's presentations is driven by the authorized sources, especially the departments of Malaysia, the Statistic Malaysia. So I will pass to the next presenter. Please, Hakim.
Hello and good morning, Miss. So, I will explain to you about the background of the topic. The system mentioned above could classify the household income into three main groups, which are bottom 40, middle 40, and top 20, with each group representing different income brackets. This because it helped the government to acknowledge the income gap between groups. The household income is also measured by the statistical individual household income that was acquired from the salary sources and non-salary sources in the year 1970 to the year 2022. The central idea of the topic could be classified into three ideas, which are: the first one is to analyze the monthly individual household income to compare household income between three socio-economical groups mentioned before. And finally, it also to monitor household expenditure workflows.
Okay, thank you, Hakim, for your explanations. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay, Miss. I would like to refer to the first chart. For your knowledge, this is a pie chart representing the consumptions of mean monthly household consumption expenditure by main group in 2022. Okay. If we look at a group of housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels, and food and beverages, representing the highest amount of the monthly consumption expenditure in Malaysia. Indeed, they represent the highest amount of the consumption expenditure, but they also respectively represent less than half of the monthly consumption expenditure at 2,094 ringgit Malaysia compared to 5,150 ringgit Malaysia. While another consumption expenditure like decoration, sport and culture accounts for 156 ringgit Malaysia, and education services make up 68 ringgit Malaysia of expenditure, and many more. So for the next topic, I will pass to the next presenter. Please, Hakim.
Sorry miss, there are some technical problem. Okay, the second chart is an area chart. This chart was taken from Malaysia's National Statistics Organisation in 2022. It also indicates the average monthly household income between the years 1970 until the year 2022. The analysis of the chart also shows the increase of household income from lower than 1,000 ringgit in 1970 to 8,479 ringgit in 2022. It showed there is also an almost 2.4% of income growth rate compared each year from the previous year. If we look closely to the chart, we could see that how the economical and political factors would affect Malaysian household income. In 1970, when the new economic policy introduced, there is a slight growth in household income. In 1998, when the global economic crisis hit Malaysia, there are almost no change in household income. In 2012, after the Standard Minimum Salary Act was enforced, after the year 2012 and further, we could see that there is a slight growth in household income every year that indicates how the policy and political and also the economical factors would affect household income greatly in Malaysia. For conclusion, to sum up, the mean household income in Malaysia increased annually, reflecting gradual economic recovery after the pandemic. However, the inflation, especially in food and housing expenditures, continued to strain lower income groups. This highlights the need for policies and government's action to address the constant high living costs while sustaining Malaysia's power of buying in the country.
That's all from us. Thank you and have a nice day.